Hi, welcome to Plant Joy. Do you know what the number one killer of houseplants is? It's not bugs or diseases, but something far more common and insidious. That's right, it's overwatering. Many of us, in our zeal to provide the best care for our little green friends, end up loving them a bit too much. We pour in water day after day, thinking we're nourishing them, but instead we're drowning them, suffocating their roots. You see, roots need air as much as they need water. When they're constantly submerged, they can't breathe. They begin to rot, and this rot can spread, leading to disease and ultimately the death of the plant. Overwatering is more detrimental than underwatering. It's a silent, insidious killer that creeps up on your plants, often going unnoticed until it's too late. Yes, you heard it right. Overwatering is the silent killer of houseplants. Overwatering is like drowning your plants. But how does it cause harm, you might wonder? Let's delve into the life of a plant and see how this silent killer wreaks havoc. Just as we humans need air to breathe, plants do too. They have this incredible ability to draw in air from the soil through their roots, but when we overwater, we fill up all these air gaps in the soil, essentially suffocating the plants. Imagine being submerged underwater for too long. You'd struggle to breathe, right? Well, it's the same for our green friends. When the roots can't breathe, they can't take in nutrients or water. This leads to the plant's growth being stunted, and if it continues, it could even result in the death of the plant. But hold on, the story doesn't end there. Overwatering also creates a moist and humid environment that's perfect for the growth of harmful fungi and bacteria. These unwanted guests can rapidly multiply in such conditions, leading to the onset of diseases and infections. You see, a healthy root system is generally white or light tan and has a fresh, earthy smell. But when overwatered, the roots may turn brown or black and have a foul smell due to the growth of bacteria and fungi. This root rot can spread upwards into the stem and leaves, causing the plant to wilt and eventually die. Now, you might think that adding more water would help a wilting plant, but that's a common misconception. Overwatering is often the cause of wilting, so adding more water only exacerbates the problem. It's a vicious cycle that can be hard to break out of if you don't know what's causing it. So next time you go to water your plants, remember, they need to breathe too. Don't fill up all the air gaps in the soil. And keep an eye out for those unwanted guests, the harmful fungi and bacteria. So, overwatering doesn't just drown your plants, it also invites unwanted guests. Now, you might be wondering, how can one tell if a plant is being overwatered? Well, there are several telltale signs that your green companion might be getting too much H2O. First off, take a look at the leaves. Are they yellowing or browning at the edges? That's usually a sign of overwatering. Next, observe the plant's posture. Is it wilting despite the soil feeling wet? Yes, plants can wilt from too much water just as they can from too little. It's a common misconception that wilting always means a plant needs more water. Thirdly, inspect the roots. Are they turning brown and soft? This could be a result of root rot, a common consequence of overwatering. Lastly, give the soil a sniff. If it's emitting a bad smell, it's a clear indication of overwatering. Keep an eye out for these signs to save your plants from an untimely demise. Overwatering is a problem, but it's one that can be easily avoided and remedied. Let's talk prevention first. The simplest tip is to use pots with drainage holes. These allow excess water to escape, preventing soggy soil. Next, abandon the notion of a strict watering schedule. Instead, get to know your plant and its needs. Check the soil's moisture level. If the top inch is dry, it's time to water. Choosing the right soil is also essential. Opt for a well-draining mix that allows water to pass through quickly. Now, what if your plant is already overwatered? Don't fret. You can often save it by repotting in fresh, dry soil. If you notice any rotten roots, don't hesitate to trim them off. This will help the plant recover more quickly. Remember, it's better to underwater than overwater. Your plants will thank you for it.